Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you yet another TapTap video. I've really been loving doing TapTap videos lately. I don't know why. Kind of got off it, but now I'm kind of like back on liking it. If you know what I mean. I wasn't too keen on doing some in the past, but now I'm okay to do some. So in this video today, we are going to be looking at all the unreleased content in the TapTap files. Now, some of this stuff is not like 100% confirmed that they've actually made, but some of it is actually like we've got pictures to prove it, that it was meant to be added into TapTap. This Christmas update version, but I take no credit for this. I haven't hacked it or anything. This is all on the Simpsons wiki. So I'll leave a link to a list of it because it most likely will be updated in the future. So let's have a look at all the items. I will provide pictures where I can, but there are some things where we don't have pictures. So first of all is the campfire, and now I know this is in the game, but this is what it was originally meant to look like, but I guess they've decided to make it look different. I'm not too sure if this is most likely isn't going to be added just because they've already technically added it, but you never know. But this was what it was first of all meant to look like. Next up, we have a camping tent. This is what it looks like. This was going to be released in Christmas, I guess, but it got cut from the game for some reason. So yeah, pretty cool looking. I wouldn't mind this. Next we got is a ficus plant or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But here it is. Here, there's also a Christmas version. You can look at that on the wiki. Yeah, pretty cool looking plant. I don't understand why it's not. I've been added. The next one is an ice cream cart. Here we go. It's pretty cool looking. Would have been cool for them to add this as well, because I don't see anything wrong with this. Pretty cool to have. The next we have is a manhole. Now I was really upset that this didn't get added, because this is kind of what I've been looking for. You know, those kind of decorations which fit in better, you know, like unlike these like big bulky things, like big bulky signs and stuff that we honestly can't add in. But the manhole will be easy to fit into our towns, and also there is a manhole that's been opened. We haven't got a picture for this, but there's an open manhole you can get. I don't know if that's like, you know, the same decoration or if it's different decoration. We don't know, but manhole would be really cool to see, and maybe if it could be added onto the roads, that would be even cooler. But for some reason it was cut. The next thing is the My Pod poster board. Now we've only got a Christmas version, like we haven't actually got a non-snowy version of it. But here it is. It looks pretty cool. For some reason though, it got removed from the files, but whatever. I'm not too bothered about that because it's one of those bulky signs. The next is a farm plot. Now I'm really intrigued to see what this is. We haven't got a picture for it, but basically it says that there are 6 of these, 5 standard and 1 bonus. So I don't understand what exactly it means. Maybe if it's a farm plot, like just like Cletus's farm, you can start planting plants on it, and maybe like that, you know, that will grow, and then you can earn money. You can earn money not just onto Cletus's farm. You can do it on several different farm plots, or what it's really meant to be. Maybe you can plant flowers or something and watch them grow over time. I don't have a clue, but yeah, that would have been interesting to see exactly what it was. But it was counted as a decoration, so I don't know. The next is a hellhole. This thing is pretty cool. It obviously is Halloween decoration, but got caught. Yeah, pretty cool thing. The next is a spring. It's just titled Springfield Bowl. Not too sure exactly what that's meant to be. Don't really have a clue at all. Just thought I'd mention it. The next is the Rigelian billboard. Here is the sign of the Christmas version of it. This is obviously, you know, from Kang Codus's thing, and this was originally meant to be a part of the Man Who Comes to Dinner episode tie-in, which originally in May 2013. So this is a really old thing. This is apparently it's sourced on the TSTO forums.com, future characters, build and decoration. So you can go look on the TSTO forums as well. They also have some stuff on there, but most of the stuff, I'll leave a link to the TSTO forum post, but this is an old post, by the way, and it has stuff that's already been added into the game as well. Moving on, we have Rocket of Your Doom. Again, this was also supposed to be a part of the Man Who Comes to Dinner, Man Who Came to Be Dinner episode tie-in. We don't really have a picture of it in game, but here's a picture of it in the episode. Yeah, pretty upset that this didn't get added. I guess this was a bride for the Krusty Land, but I don't know. Maybe it would have been an actual in-game decoration. But most likely it would have been a Krusty Line decoration, but yeah, it got cut as well. Next we have is the flower hedge, another little cool, bush hedge. Well, hedge really, isn't it? Kind of upset how this didn't get added either. It would have been a pretty nice thing to fit into town, and makes stuff like the neighborhoods look better and stuff. The next thing is ugly elf-made cardboard cutout. No, I'm glad this isn't in the game. It's disgusting looking. It doesn't lie when it says it's ugly. This would be a really hard thing to fit in your town. But it's always nice to have extra decorations. Unsure why any of this stuff got cut, by the way. There are some reasons actually, but yeah. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. And finally, the final decoration is this tree. Yeah, it kind of looks like a willow. I don't know what tree. I'm not very good at trees. But yeah, another cool looking tree. Upset how it didn't get added. So now we move on to the buildings. Now we've got some pictures for 2 buildings, and some don't actually have. But first of all, the first building that should have been added was hailstones. Don't have a picture for this one, but here's how it looks in the TV show. This is the big ass mall next to the Springfield Mall. Now the reason that they have for it be the reason they think it's in it should have been added in Tapped Out is it had sound. There's an unreleased sound files for it in the game, so it's kind of improving in a way. The next one we have is the Hal Roach Apartments. This was listed in the game files. Unfortunately, it didn't get added. I guess it was meant to be a Christmas building for Christmas. I believe it's Christmas 2013 it was meant to be a part of, yeah. But it didn't get added, but that's a bit unfortunate. But there it is. I guess they might add it in the future, because they have obviously made it. They've made they've made it anyway for the game. The next one is the one I'm most upset about that they haven't added it, which is the world's largest toilet. It's just a big ass toilet. It looks really cool, and I'm really upset how they didn't add it. But whatever. Yeah, I really do hope they add this in the future. The next thing is Springfield Firehouse. Here's a look at it here. Yeah, looks really cool. It's not actually in the game. This is just it in the TV show and not in the game. But it makes sense to actually add the firehouse, I guess, because they've got a hospital and they've got a police station. They should have a fire station as well, really. But whatever. I guess it's not necessary. But whatever. The final building anyway is Powell Motors. This quest line is there's a quest line with Herb Powell that links. There's a quest line with it, and Herb Powell links to the Homer, and it's found in the files of the Homer content update. Basically, they've found that the Powell Motors building is in the game files. Basically, it's not been added yet, but it is in the game files. Be cool to see Powell Motors, but I guess we'll probably see it soon. Because. Yeah, we probably will. So the next thing we have is the next thing we're going to be talking about is characters. So some of these are all the characters that going to be should have been added, which weren't. Or yeah. Well, anyway, talk about. Right, first of all, we got the Jackson 5. Now these are meant to be some boardwalk performers, but they were cut for an unknown reason. Still mentioned in the game files with description of a performer for your boardwalk. So their unlock message is there as well. For some reason, they've not been added into the game, and they were cut from the final boardwalk performers that were added, which is unfortunate, but. We might see them in the future. I kind of doubt it though. The next thing is something I did mention in my top 20 characters, and this is Gil. His unlock message can be found in the game files. Now obviously he is actually a character in the game, kind of, but he only comes around when he has a deal, essentially. But I guess they just haven't added him. Bit upsetting, but I don't know. We might see him in the future. I hope we do. They probably will. I do. They most likely will add them. So the next ones we have, sorry, there is a lot of things here. I'm getting a bit tired. The next ones we have is the Amateur Mage, the Brave Tin Knight, the Rascal Rogue, and the Warrior of Muffin Top. Now these are all the Clash of Clunes nerds, the 4 nerds from the Clash of Clunes event, which were meant to appear of characters, but were instead changed to chained decorations. Their unlock messages and images can still be found in the game files. I'm so annoyed that they didn't add these. It really pisses me off because they probably aren't gonna ever add them as characters now because they've already made them as decorations, which is annoying as hell. But I guess it's something we're gonna have to live with. It would have been cool to have them as characters, though, you know, walking around characters. But you never know. They may do it in the future, but I very much doubt they will, just because they've already got them as decorations. So the next character is another one I'm really upset about. Is Bending Rodriguez, or Bender, basically, from Futurama. I'm really upset that they didn't add him. But basically, apparently the reasoning behind this is Bender appeared in a questline for Clash of Clans event, and it was set to appear in a tie-in for The Simpsons, but due to legal issues, the Simpsons-Rama tie-in episode was never released. Yeah, the Simpsons-Rama, because obviously the Simpsons-Rama episode was never released, so instead they did the Matt graining and the Mutant Rabbit and the Writers Building instead of that to celebrate the Simpsons-Rama episode. But it is annoying. I wish. Well, it was. Was it released? It was technically released, right? It's just kind of annoying how they didn't add the Futurama characters. So that probably eliminates a Futurama crossover episode in the future, or a crossover event even in the future. But you never know. They may sort it out. There are some legal issues because obviously the rights are owned by different people, and then, you know, if they're going to add a character like Bender to the game where he's constantly in the town, then surely someone's got the creator of. I'm pretty sure Mike Groening has created most of the characters. So there's obviously that David something or other, who's also co-producer, but then obviously 20th Century Fox, but 20th Century Fox have already given rights to tap for the Simpsons characters, so I don't know how it works. I'm not too sure on the legal things, but we'll have to see. But it would be cool to see Bender in the game. So the next one is Herb Powell himself. Obviously the quest line with Powell Motors links to the Homer. It's down in the game files. Be really cool. Really annoying how we haven't seen him either, but we'll probably see him in the future most likely. I'd like to see him. The final character is George Bush. George Bush, so his text icon is found in the files of the 4th of July 2015 update, which is really recently. So we most likely are going to see George Bush in the future. George H. Bush, H.W. Bush, this is one, and this is the one that, you know, has been in quite a few episodes and used to live near the Simpsons. Used to live near the Simpsons, but no longer does. I'm pretty sure. Is it Gerald Ford who lives there now? Yeah. So finally, we'll just move on to a couple of other things, and then we'll finish this video up because I'm getting tired now. So the next thing we have is skins. So there's only one skin. This is obviously a costume. It's a 3D Homer, and his text icon is found in the game files of the Tap Ball and Soccer 2015 update, which again is really recently. So it's a 3D version of Homer. I guess just walks around your town. It would have been really cool to see that actually, but whatever. I guess not. The next thing is a consumable. This is a membership license for the Tap Ball update, but for some reason was never found. Its image is found in the files, but it hasn't been released, or it might be released. That's a possibility of being released, but I very much doubt it now, seeing as we're already on the act. Well, we're on Act 3 prices nearly. On the time I'm recording this video, I'm probably going to upload this in like a week's time. But when I'm recording this, we've just Act 2's prices is still going on actually. So it most likely isn't going to be released, but it might be. If it is released at this point, then I apologise. It's just because I recorded this video a bit later. The next one is just this next thing is just some tasks which should have been added but were never added. Don't worry guys, we're nearly there. The end of the video. First of all, it's 2 tasks for Duffman. It's party down at the Quickie Mart and party down at Springfield Mall. For some reason they were cut. We haven't got an image of those actions, but it would have just looked the same, wouldn't it? The next one is Dr. Hibbert's task, which is go jogging. Again, this was cut. Here's a little picture of what it would have looked like, but whatever. The next one is Chief Wiggum's. It's buckle belt / try to see his belt buckle. Here's a little picture. That would have been a funny task. For some reason they cut it. We have another one task for Homer, which is P dance / PP dance. Again, that's pretty cool, but I don't know. It is a bit stupid, to be honest. So I can see why they cut that. And the final one is one for Devil Flanders, which is Open Hell Portal, which obviously makes sense because they never added the Hell Portal. So yeah. So finally, very finally, we have just 4 things, which is from Cletus's farm, which are 4 plants which should have been added. So first of all, we have the elf berries. Then we have the meth plant, which I think is pretty funny. Then we have the tofu plant, and finally we have the cabbage baby plant. These were just all cut for some reason, which were the plants. And also, if you look on the page, there is a load of dialogue which should have been added. There's a load of miscellaneous tasks which should have been added, and whacking day stuff, the Xmas mystery box thing, and some other little things that they should have added, which you can all go look at on the wiki. I'll leave a link to it. I'll also leave a link to the TSO forum, TSTO forums, but to be honest with you, most of that stuff has been added, so there's not really much point. I'm pretty sure the only things that haven't been added is the hellhole and the rocket to your doom, but anyway, and the Ride Jillian billboard. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on all the stuff. Oh wait, no, yeah, tell me your thoughts on all the stuff. But finally, I just want to quickly show this one as well. I completely nearly forgot about this, which is the EA tower. Now this was sorry for adding this right at the end. This is the EI tower. This is another building. Now the reason is this was made by someone. Someone made this strictly for the game, and they designed it, I guess, for the game. And only people who hacked it and had and were also Android users could see it. Could only see it. But this is what it looks like. Unfortunately, it's no longer available. They've removed it. This is like I believe 2 years ago now that it was in the game. But it has been made, and it would be cool if EA actually added it. And maybe they gave it back. Maybe gave something back to the community, because they probably earn loads of money on TapTap for the amount of people who buy those ridiculous prices. If they gave it back to the community just one day and just said, hey, you've bought donuts, or maybe they just gave it to someone who's bought donuts in the past. That would be cool, like an account which has bought donuts in the past, because then they are kind of earning money, but in a way, not. Because they could have just. Because I've bought donuts in the past. I don't now, but I have bought them in the past. I've bought loads. I've probably spent quite a bit of money on donuts. So it'd be cool if they added it to someone who has bought donuts before and actually helped them out a little bit. Even if they bought like the 69p scratch card. And it's just a cool building, and I know technically a fan made it, but I wish they would add it into the game. So anyway guys, that's it for all the buildings and all the things that are unreleased content. So stay tuned. I might do another video of another one of these videos in the future if there is more stuff, and maybe just do it, like, title it more unreleased content or something like that, or whatever. We'll have to see. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on all this stuff. Yeah, tell me which one you would like most likely to, the one that you would most want to see in the game, and I'll see you next video guys. Sorry that this was a long video, and yeah, goodbye.